TL was trending yesterday, the 8th of September 2025. It printed a gain of 47.93%, lost around 10.46% in the post market session. Intraday high 9.71 was printed. The company disclosed impressive earnings outcomes. For the fourth quarter, the company posted revenue of $73.4 million, up 20.1% year over year, and adjusted loss of $0.03 per share, both of which topped analyst forecasts. The company also demonstrated a significant improvement in profitability, with adjusted EBITDA coming in at $6.41 million, crushing estimates of $30.5 million loss. Furthermore, the company generated $46.29 million in free cash flow, a stark reversal from $22.98 million cash burn in the same period last year. Buoyed by this strong performance, the company lifted its full year revenue guidance to midpoint of $285 million, up from its previous forecast of $272.5 million. But the company also raised some funding around $300 million. It was going to sell, I think that 10% loss was because they've now planned to they're now proposing to sell to offer $300 million in 5-year convertible bonds, and they use some of that to pay some of the proceeds to pay cost of capped calls derivative transaction employed to help offset dilution. Yeah, among other things, we've done some checks, a brief due diligence on the company. You know, strongly bullish, up around 440. What do we have here? Up 442% over the last 1 year, up 165.38% over the last 6 months, up 50.47% over the last 1 month. The peer analysis we have done. Okay, we don't. You won't be able to see what I'm looking at right now. It has a couple of other companies in its peer group. One of the popular ones, Rocket Labs. I think you probably know that one. And SpaceX. No, not SpaceX. SPCE. That's SPCE is Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic. You probably knows those two companies. However, of it's not exactly in terms of market capitalization. It's one of the least. Yeah, one of the least. There's also Joby there. Joby, the VTOL eVTOL company. It's also part of that group. But this is based on the classification of the Stock Exchange London Stock Exchange Group. So other people might do their own classification differently. Some might not agree that Planet Labs is part of classification with let's say Joby, or for instance, indeed other companies. So, but in any case, it has room to the upside to gain. It has ample room to the upside, even though it is one of the least in terms of market capitalization. It is also obviously, as you can imagine, one of the best in terms of gains over the last 1 year. So underlying trend is strongly bullish. Yeah, let's see what we have here. I think fundamentally it doesn't. It's not. There's nothing bad about this company. So given this 10% pullback we are looking at right now in this pre-market session, that may provide a buying opportunity for some. You know, some people have a strategy of buying every dip. They have the way of managing their funds. If they have a certain company or certain companies they are interested in, each time there's a dip, they buy it. Each time there's a dip, they buy it. It's, as a matter of fact, that is also how some people are investing in Tesla. Each time it dips, they buy. Each time it dips, they buy. So this may provide them an opportunity to do so. So since it has retraced by 10%, I'm not exactly sure if we still have to refer to this extrapolation. However, it's saying that strength will remain in place up till Wednesday the 10th, but may begin to consolidate from Thursday the 11th. Let's see. let's see what we have on the 4 hour chart. Yeah, this is that retracement. This is the pullback. This is the contraction of the expansion, if you like, induced by the declaration of the proposal to issue $300 million in convertible bonds. So we have, yeah, the extrapolation is saying, yeah, that is some contraction will begin to take place, which is already what we're looking at right now, and it's saying it's going to remain in place up till Friday the 12th of September, and then after that the uptrend may resume. Yeah, the sort of investors I told you about, I was talking about that buys every day. This might be a good opportunity for them to continue to pick up opportunities. Like I say, amongst other things as well, yesterday when it was trending, some traders are speculating that the stock could be setting up for a technical breakout with the potential. Okay, what so that was during the regular session. Okay, but outside that, enthusiasm is also building around the company's growing role in AI-driven geospatial intelligence, as its satellite imagery and data analytics are increasingly seen as critical tools across defense, agriculture, and climate sectors. Yeah, amongst other things. So I digressed there, mixing up fundamentals and technicals. But in any case, selling pressure is has creeped in somewhat. That's why we have some negative derivatives here, which may be indicating that yeah, it may continue to indeed lose ground, and indeed, like as I mentioned, may begin to even provide opportunity for people to buy. So, but probably that is why we're looking at a bounce by Friday the 12th. So it's not the stock is not crashing. It is pulling back for another run as well. I believe it's pulling back for another run. Projections are saying 7.1. We had intraday high of 9.71. There might be higher projections. Yeah, we could have a look at the. Okay, let's have a look over here to see if there's anything higher than that. 9.71, 9.71. If not, we can just go to the 1 minute chart to get. We may have fresh projections there. What are the odds? Yeah, okay, let's see. Let's see what we have. 9.7. We are 9.65. 9.9, 9.38. We could go back and see. We could go back and see here. Let's see what we have. 9.71. Indeed, it prints. This was printed. This is the 9.71 we're looking at here is a projection, and it was actually printed. It was actually met at some point. So let's see whether we have anything higher. There's a good chance we may even see even projections higher than that. 9.25. Yeah, we do. We do exactly what I mean. 10.9.91, 10.41, 10.49, 10.85. We do have, yeah, given that the stock was showing a lot of strength, you'll always see some of these single digit minute charts projecting high prices or validating the intraday highs. We could also come back and have a look at the weekly chart. We may see projections here that are ambitious. Okay, 10.80, 9.63. Okay, let's look over here. 10.65, 9.75. Okay, let's have a look at the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, we have yeah, not 7.84, nothing ambitious here. Nothing really. It hasn't been around that long since 2021. Okay, yeah, still at decently okay. By some standards, not long enough, but at least it's been long enough for extrapolations to for I mean it's been long enough so for as such there's been long enough as such with there's a decent amount of data for extrapolations, especially on its daily chart. So yeah, I think fundamentally it sounds good. The company sounds good. This may well be an opportunity to for investors to buy the dip. That's probably what may be happening. We can see here the extrapolation saying that yeah, there's a window now for them to keep buying the dip, and then after that we might get a bounce. So the algos are indeed also factoring that in, saying yes, has pulled back, and they're going to be buying now. By Friday, they might resume the uptrend. So have a look and see what you make of PL stock, and I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.